You have probably heard this before. Let's print hello world in JavaScript. But have you ever wondered where this text actually goes to? What is the mysterious console? And how does JavaScript even run inside of the browser? Today, you will get answers to all of this, and let's start demystifying it. Hello everyone, welcome back to Complete Frontend. This is Shrikant. In this video, we will write our first line of JavaScript code, but more importantly, you will understand what actually happens behind the scenes. When you actually write the console, we will understand how it actually runs in the browser. What actually goes on in the browser that makes something print on the screen. This will build your foundation stronger than 90 to 95% of the devs out there who are actually beginner devs to JavaScript. Now let's see what console actually is. So when I visit a website, I do not see the console. So this is the browser window that you currently see, and where is the console actually? So console is like a portal where you can talk to the browser. Okay, so every browser instance or every tab has a JavaScript engine. Let me explain you what a JavaScript engine is quickly. So JavaScript engine is like your car engine. Okay, you can imagine just like how your car works on an engine, even though you have the whole body of the car, even though you have the tires, even all the parts of the car are present. But without the engine, your car will not move, right? So similarly, even in a browser, if you have the tab open, even if it shows all the buttons, everything, if there is no JavaScript, nothing will run. As in, you won't be able to make any clicks, you won't be able to search anything, you can't possibly do anything at all. A website will not work without JavaScript in it. It will visually be present, don't get me wrong over there, but none of the clicks or anything will work if JavaScript is not present. A JavaScript engine is nothing but the V8 engine in Chrome. Similarly, there are other engines for Firefox and Safari, but Chrome and Edge work on something called as the V8 engine. It's not the typical car engine, the V8 engine that you see, but it probably is inspired by the same, but essentially it is called as the JavaScript V8 engine. So let's now try to understand what the console is. Also, before we go to the console, let me tell you that I will have an in-depth video on how the JavaScript engine works in one of the episodes in the future. So keep watching this playlist to understand exactly how JavaScript works inside of the browser. But now, since we are still in the beginning of this tutorial, I will not dive too much deep into it. What I have currently told you is enough understanding for you to be able to start coding in JavaScript. Now to open the console, click on these three dots in Chrome. It is similar in Edge as well. So if you're actually a beginner and following this tutorial, I would highly suggest you to use Chrome itself so that you will be able to follow me along the steps that I complete. So click on these three dots and go to more tools, and in more tools select developer tools, and this will open up developer tools for you. So you can expand this by moving, like pressing and holding over here. So that is how you can expand that window. This window will not be open by default. As you saw, this is a developer console. This is not needed for an everyday user. Most of your users who are actually using your website or using Chrome will never even know about this. They don't need to. They are not developers, right? But you are in your path to become a software developer. You are in your path, in your journey to become a front-end developer. And being a front-end developer, you need to get into under the hood. So let me explain this a bit better so that you can understand and visualize this better. If you've ever seen the bonnet of a car open, right, like the front portion of the bonnet, which is called as the bonnet of the car open, you will know that there is engine and everything else present. You would have seen it somewhere, right? Even in a crashed car, or even if in a roadside when you're going, actually there is a car's engine bonnet open, the hood is open, right? So similarly, this is like popping up the hood of the browser. So this is where you get to see exactly what happens, how you can actually talk to it. So just like the mechanic opens the fuel cap, he opens the clutch He opens the different, he connects the battery, disconnects the battery, he opens the fuel lid, he opens the oil cap and all those things, right? While he's fixing the engine. Similarly, this is how you are actually developing a website. So when you're developing a website, you will need to, at one point or the other, you will need to open the developer console to see what actually is happening under the hood. I'm going to get into more detail about what is actually happening, what are these tabs right now. So before that, I will also tell you that to open this developer console, there is an easier way. In a Mac, you can press Shift, Command and C, okay, and it will open it. In your Windows laptop, you can press Control Shift C and you will be able to open it. On a Mac, it is Shift, Command C, and in a Windows laptop, it is Control Shift C. Okay. Now the main part is, so you can see the structure of the page using the Elements tab. So as you see, I expect you to know HTML by now, guys. So if you do not know HTML, you can follow one of the playlists of HTML in my channel, or you can follow or learn HTML from anywhere outside. It's okay either way, but you need to know a bit of HTML as well. Okay, so this is the complete structure of your web page. This is where your whole web page is present. As I hover over the body, everything inside of that is the page that you see, that is the HTML. To see what is actually happening under the hood in the browser, you can see that you can actually press on the console. This is what I was telling you about. Now let's quickly check the other tabs as well. So there is sources, there is network, there is performance, memory, applications, and many other. Hold on. Shrikant, I'm getting confused right now. What are all these things? Don't worry about these things. We will get to each of these tabs while we actually get into certain parts, while we learn certain topics. I will teach you everything. Like I promised, this course is the most advanced JavaScript course on the internet. That's my goal. And I'm going to make that happen for you. So you can get to learn all of these things in the later part of the course. But for now, let's focus on the console. So what is the console? So if I type something like console.log, I can type hello world. Okay. And then enter. As you see, it printed hello world right here. So I actually inline sent a command to the browser and then it gave me something back. So JavaScript engine has something called as the console object. And the console object has something called as the log. So when I type a command inside of this tab, it's essentially telling the JavaScript engine that, hey, you need to actually print hello world on the screen. Can you do that for me? So JavaScript engine is like, okay, you want me to actually trigger the log, but that is present inside of the console. So like you told me, console.log. So log is like a function inside of the console object. So let me explain you this in a better way. So for example, steering is a part inside of the car, right? So just like that, log is like a function inside of the console object. It has many things. A car has seats, a car has lights, a car has a body, a car has tires, many things. Just like that, steering is one of them, right? And you can steer the car using the steering. Similarly, a log is like a function inside of the console object, and the console object, JavaScript engine has the access to the console object. Now, you can think of it like the log function is called. You told the JavaScript engine, hey, I want to print something. It's like, I know that console has a function called as log. It has a utility called as log. It has a power which lets it print on the console. So what is that power? It is the log object that is using the console object inside. The log object inside of the console object. Okay, the log function inside of the console object. So that is what we essentially did. I hope that is clear to you now. If not, play back this part so that it will be clear to you. Okay, so now we printed hello world in the browser. That is about how we actually can use console to print something. Now, in the next part, let's actually create an HTML file and let's try to print the same hello world using that HTML instead. Now, let's see how to actually create a HTML file. So remember when we actually created a hello.js file? So just create a new file over here. So open your project first. Of course, I assume you have the project open. Click on this and create index.html. Okay, so this is the new file button like I mentioned in the previous video. So this is the index.html file. Now to actually pre-fill it, get the boilerplate per se, just press shift and exclamatory mark. This is called as emit. What is emit? Emit gives you snippets by default. It knows what is the most probable ones that you need and it gives you these snippets by default. So you can press shift and exclamatory mark. We can get into other emits later on. So just select this and it will create a default document for you. And in here, let me change this to complete front end JavaScript course, right? So that's what we are learning. Now, I need you to install an extension to easily run this. So that extension is, go to extensions and search for live server. Okay, so you will see live server over here. I obviously have it already enabled. I already have installed it. You will see an install button over here. Click on the install button and wait for it to complete installation. If it asks you to restart, please restart your browser. There will be a restart button here itself. Now, the next thing you need to do is get back to this and anywhere click on the right click button or the right click on your mouse and then just select open with live server and it will open with live server for you. Okay, so I will just open it in the other browser here. Sorry about that. So you can just come over here and open with live server and it will open with live server for you. There is nothing visible over here, right? So inside of the body, I'm going to create an h1 tag. Hello from complete front end. Okay. So let's just search if it's actually coming up. Yes, it is. Now, I told you how to open the console. Do you remember? I hope you do. If not, it is by pressing the Command Shift and C or Control Shift and C buttons in Apple or Windows respectively, on Mac or Windows respectively. Now if I open this, you will not see anything on the console. Now let's see how to print something here, right? So in here I'm gonna say let's add a script tag. So I'm just gonna add a script tag inside of the body itself for now. So you can later show something else. So you can add it elsewhere. So I'm just gonna say console.log hello from complete front end. It's the automatic emit and all those things, giving me the GitHub Copilot doing its magic. Don't worry about that. Now you will see hello from complete front end printed on the console. Now you are seeing that, hey, I see this message thing. What are all these user message, errors, warnings and info? You're wondering. If you're wondering this, you are absolutely on the right path to become a developer, because curiosity is what makes you a developer, a better developer perhaps. So this first tab will show you everything, all the messages that you have. User message will show the things that you print, like the console log and all those things. Errors obviously will show you the errors. Warnings will show you the warnings. Okay, so what you need to worry, you can keep it over in this message, the user message selector, or on all messages. Safe to keep it in the all messages for now. Okay, and you saw the console coming up on the browser. Now you can also run JavaScript on the without the browser. So like I told you, JavaScript can run on the browser because browser has a JavaScript engine. Now outside of the browser, how can you run it? So JavaScript engine is also present in something called as the node. Okay, so like I showed you in the installation video, you have also installed node, right? So you can use that to actually run it without the browser. So now we are actually running JavaScript without the browser. How to run it? So you can type node space / means the folder that I am in currently. So / here means this folder. So if I had another folder over here, say new folder, something like this, and then inside of this, if I had something like hello 1.js, right? So then you would say / new folder / hello. So you can just type tab here and it will show you. Okay, for now we don't need this new folder, so I'm going to delete this new folder for you. I just created it to show you how to navigate. So node dot slash, and you can say hello and tab it. You can just press tab, that is how I auto completed it, hello.js, and then press enter and you will see hello world here in the console as well. That is all about the console and how to run JavaScript in different environments. I hope you enjoyed this. If something is not clear, please rewatch this video again and try to understand it properly before you go to the next video. Okay, I want you to clear every single topic then and there. Okay, so that is how you complete it. If you have any doubts, you know where to reach out to me, right? Reach out to the Complete Frontend Telegram channel and you can ask your doubts in the private chat, or you can also just check out for anything new and your learnings in the Complete Frontend channel. So there are two things: the Complete Frontend channel on Telegram and the Complete Frontend group chat. I have pinned all these links on the Complete Frontend channel, so you can check out there and talk to me for any doubts that you have. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.